Cavaliers, where around here they say learning never ends. They hope to teach a lesson in this one. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Virginia Cavaliers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Cavaliers will put toe to leather and we'll get started. Here he comes with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. And there he is. When you build a tight end, you'd build one just like this, especially with those reliable mitts, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, he makes big plays in big games. Watch for him on third down in the red zone. He has a chance to leave an impact in this game.
Well, it's so nice to have such a big body that when he's covered, he's open, right? Like, it doesn't matter because he's got great hands and that big frame you can really utilize.
Looking to go up top on first down. Grabs it in the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business.
He'll take a deep shot here. And he reels it in inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw it. He's right on target. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Quarterback keeper. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed. He's not the biggest guy in the world, so he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
All right, we got the completion. We got some yardage. We got some positive yards. Now we're in 4th and manageable. And you dang right, we're going for this puppy. We got our 4th down play ready to roll. We're calling it in.
The give and the run on 4th down. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Well, that is a gutsy play call on that 4th down. I think everybody here in the stadium, including myself, was expecting them to try to throw the football, but they ran it and caught the defense off guard.
He'll keep it himself. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Go straight ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I spread you out. I get more speed on the field.
Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they jump on top.
What a nice job by the offense. First drive of the game, they matriculate it down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup. Accurate throw, they get paid.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner is stopped. So Virginia's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get a back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. A running back and a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
On first down, here comes this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's got an open man. Off he goes. The 20. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
Man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game. It looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out. It's locked. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina State has it back on the offense heading to the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. On the move. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Now that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
They'll give it to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And runs like that are like body blows in a boxing match. 4, 5, 6-yard gains early turn into 20, 30, 40-yard gains later. They really wear down defenses, and they test their physicality.
On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could be the play they need to really generate momentum and get this run game going.
Trying to surprise him with the pass. Dances away from the heat. Unloads to the right. And that ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got him downfield. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. The Cavaliers headed quickly to the line. He's going to pass. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete as time has expired here in the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Back to pass, it's Karapateas. He makes the connection. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback extends the play. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Georgia looked dominant on the way to victory today. That offense had zero problem putting up points, and the defense almost resembled the days of Nolan Smith, Jalen Carter, and Nakobe Dean. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Just a little off. Incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going to throw it to the right. He's got his man. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
NC State at the line with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Makes it past the marker. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
Fires to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. There's not a lot more beautiful in football than the play action and the open tight end.
Yeah, because it freezes those linebackers. It freezes those safeties because they have to come up for a second and play the run. And then the big tight ends, big targets on the back end can catch the football and make big plays.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Wide out in motion. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on 3rd down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Dumps it off in the flats. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. NC State now operating from the red zone. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Comes out throwing on first down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
How about this defense coming out aggressive on first down? They're in the red zone. They're like, no, we're going to take the fight to you. Now setting up a second down and long and putting them in a great position to be successful.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Quarterback checking the play. On second down, looking to throw. With the catch, it's Cade. Oh, it's on the ground. Live ball. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. He stopped shorter than 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And the Cavaliers will hustle to the line. Back to throw, it's Karapateas. Got his man downfield. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
NC State sending the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a...
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Cade.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. Looking to move it through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's locked. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. They'll immediately call timeout.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
NC State needs to take advantage of this red zone trip. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On second down, they'll take to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Went up top on second down. That leaves him needing a yard here on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Gets it out fast. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
He wants to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw on second down. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to find another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Never a doubt.
That makes the score NC State 17, Virginia 10.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. After that last drive, he came back to the sideline, and the coach probably said, "You dropped it? You didn't pick it up? Come on, get on the ball, David."
No, that's not what he said. He said, "You're doing a great job. Just keep your head up." Oh, yeah, he got blasted. You got to hold on to the football, Palmer. Turnovers decide games. Those are big plays.
It's tough on him, too, because he knows he let his offense down on that last drive. So you know that guy's eager and anxious to come out here and make a play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville.
Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
From the gun, running back gets to give.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep third downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on first down.
On the run, it's Coffee. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The Cavaliers want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quick strike complete. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Here comes the hurry up.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. And the Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down. Quick tempo here for the offense. They're getting this guy lathered up. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Iowa is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 21 to UTSA. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Zings it complete to the right. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The pitch. At the 40, there he goes. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense.
Well, on that one, they decide to attack the left outside on the ground, and you see the speed by the ball carrier there, Reese, picking up a huge chunk of yards.
And I can't imagine any reason they wouldn't just run that play again.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Why not just go back to the well one more time?
He turns that loose down the right side. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up 1st and goal.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. He is such a dangerous weapon as a runner. It's almost as if it makes the defense tentative because they know the slightest of errors, and he's to the house.
No doubt about it. And this is a guy that's going to hurt defenses throwing the football and running the ball as well, and stresses your defense in so many different ways. So this defensive coordinator now has got to find new ways to try and slow him down, contain him. You just got to get the ball out of his hands, because when he's got it, man, he can kill you.
Bringing it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Still on his feet at the 45. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Cavaliers want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw, it's Karapateas. Takes the easy completion. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now on third down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? They'll run play action. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
24, Virginia 17.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the run. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
It's a nice run there to get the first down. I got to tell you, I'm impressed with the stable of backs and the weapons this offense has. A lot of different guys can touch the football in a variety of ways, but they've been running it very, very well in this game so far.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
The ball carrier is the running back. He's brought down at the 43-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Flips it out in the flat. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up a 3. It's 3rd and 7.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Quick release by the QB. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and NC State has the edge. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Quick pass on the fly motion. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll run it from the gun. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll try the left side. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. At the 22, 3rd and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? The give to the running back from the shotgun. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
They move the tight end all over. He'll do it himself. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that too because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
They'll try to run it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, NC State. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Reads it, fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You've got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
And the Cavaliers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on 2nd and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. They'll go right back to him. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. The Cavaliers have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw. It's Karapateas. He makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Trying to find his man on first down. Pulls it in. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Now improvising. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Looking to throw on second down. Dances away. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia! Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 14, set to kick it off.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
And they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
And I think this is where coaches really earn their money late in games, right? It's in the 4th quarter. You got the lead. Do you want to stay conservative and run the football? Because I see the defenses, they start to get aggressive. And so sometimes you can take the other hand and take advantage of it.
Second and long here, but objective number 1, keep that clock moving. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 30. Oh, look out! He's at the 40. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. On the option. And he's wrestled to the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Running back goes in motion. On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After that last loss, it's 2nd and 12. They'll run the option. Now the toss. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. He's piled up 82 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. On third down, he drops the throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game, right at the end, you need the clutch plays. These guys deliver.
You can't teach that gene. You have people that can focus in the moment or they can't. Great job by the team, staying focused, understanding it's a close battle, win those one play at a time, and then look